The Johannesburg Magistrate's Court has briefly adjourned the bail application of Fees Must Fall activist Kanya Cekeshe. The court was expected to hand down judgment in the bail application of Cekeshe. He's also applied for leave to appeal his conviction. Cekeshe was sentenced to 8 years in prison in 2017 after pleading guilty to setting fire to a police van at the height of Fees Must Fall protests in 2016. Our reporter Griselda Lewis is in court. A very good afternoon to you, Griselda. There was an adjournment a little bit earlier on because of the magistrate saying there wasn't an application for condemnation, which was inserted in that file by the defense. Explain to us what exactly that means.
Well, a very good afternoon to you, Nzinga. I'm really struggling to hear you at this point. As you can see here behind me, members of the EFF Student Command have been protesting. They're the ones who've been behind calling for the release of Kanya Cekeshe since he was incarcerated, of course, in December 2017. So initially what happened was that this morning we were expecting the judgment in the bail application and the application for leave to appeal the conviction of Kanya Cekeshe to be delivered, but it subsequently emerged from the presiding magistrate that the application for condemnation was not in his possession. Of course, what this means is that you'd recall, Nzinga, after he was convicted and sentenced, then the defense had basically about 14 days to put in an application for leave to appeal that conviction and sentence, and that did not happen. So if that does not happen, it gives the opportunity for the defense to put in an application for condemnation, basically asking for the court's pardon after that 14 days has then lapsed. So the magistrate, the presiding magistrate, indicated this morning that he did not have that in his possession. He called for an adjournment, and then after some time we then heard the matter will now resume at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Whether he will give his judgment pertaining to the bail application and the application for leave to appeal the conviction, that certainly remains to be seen. But I think there's been massive frustration at this stage on the delays that have been taking place in Nzinga. As you can see here behind me, there's been massive support and continuing calls since the incarceration of the only remaining Fees Must Fall activist who's been behind bars. That's Kanya Cekeshe. His family also saying they want some kind of finality in this matter. You'd recall that the defense had basically been saying they want Kanya Cekeshe to be put out on bail or to be granted bail pending, of course, an appeal of his conviction. And subsequently now we're back to a phase where we'll perhaps hear from the presiding magistrate at 2 o'clock with regard to that application for condemnation, what the way forward is. But many had expected this afternoon that there would be a little bit earlier on this morning already a judgment pertaining to the application, the bail application, and the application for leave to appeal the conviction.
Griselda Lewis giving us an update from outside the Johannesburg Magistrate's Court.